guys, Chris with Token Vaping. Time for a juice review. This one is from a company called Shijin Vapor. They are based in San Jose, California. Folks, I apologize if I just totally destroyed your name. Now, as many of you know, if you've watched my other videos or seen my posts, I am a big sucker for the little freebie thingies that everybody sends me. You know, they send me the business cards that have all the graphics, little stickers, decals. I don't know why really, but I'm a sucker for it. I get a really big kick out of them. With that said, I'm impressed by the labels and the artistic ability and the graphic designing that everybody's coming out with, and all these new the companies and new styles of logos and designs, and I mean, it's just one after another. It just seems to be topping each other. But I have to be honest with you, I was completely blown away by the way that this company packages their bottles. This is how they sent me my sample set. This right now and I have it open a little bit because it does kind of get stuck and it makes that really squeaky sound when you open it. It's just kind of annoying. But this right here is a very impressive package as far as the container. When I first pulled it out of the box, it literally reminded me of a container where you get an expensive bottle of perfume or a really nice watch. This is actually really impressive looking. It's you can't help but just be impressed by it. It has their web address right here, www.shijinvapor.com. It has their SV logo, name, and then their slogan that says "Taste the Beast," and then the weight of it total wise. So there's 4 bottles of 15 mils, and then on the back they have the titles for each bottle. As you can see, Dragon Cloud, Phoenix Tears, Tiger's Milk, Tortoise Blood. Sound very, very cool to me. Unfortunately, since I can't read the characters, I'm going to assume that that's the actual character version for that name. Then when you open the container, they come packaged. There is a cardboard piece in the bottom that holds each one in. I mean, this is an impressive package. I mean, to have it sent like that. Now, each bottle, as you can tell, comes like this. It basically kind of looks like a little perfume bottle. So as you can see, it's got the logo. This is the Dragon Cloud. As you can tell, this was one that I actually really got into because it's pretty much all gone. So I will tell you, the bottle itself that the juice is in is what you see here. That's the part that's full. It's kind of in a rubber stopper, like a suction squeegee, and I'll show you why in a second. This is it's a hard plastic. It's got the sticker label with a really cool dragon decal. Has the name, characters, goes all the way around. There's the name of the flavor, and then it's got the ingredients, the warning labels, and everything else. I'm telling you, this is a very well designed and presented line. Every one of them has that style. They all look like that. There's the Phoenix Tears. It's a really, I mean, the artwork on this is amazing, and you can get a better idea from it because they include their little menu that has their big design logo, which, by the way, if you go to their website, they actually have apparel, and they have a t-shirt which I'm thinking about investing in, that has this logo on it. It is really, really cool looking. And then on the back it has the flavor menu, which I will let you know of here in a second. But overall, this just really is a well packaged and put together line. Now, the one cool thing about it that makes it a little different than everybody else, in a way, is also kind of its negative. And what I mean by that is, when you take the bottle, when you take the top off, you don't have a dropper. You don't have a little eyedropper vial thing. It's a pump. It honestly looks like a mini shaving cream bottle, but that's also its downside, because you can actually kind of see it there. Like a shaving cream bottle, when you start using it and you put the lid on, it starts to collect up around the neck, which kind of makes it a little bit of a mess when you're opening it and you go in to squeeze it in. Now, it's not a huge gripe. I mean, to be honest with you, I mean, we all use shaving cream and we still use it even though it still does stuff like this. But, you know, if you're not paying attention, or you're in a hurry, you're tired, something like that, and you just take the lid off and then grab the bottle and pump, you know, unless you do it like this and you just grab it, you basically get juice all over your hands, which, you know, if you've done it before, it's actually kind of annoying, because then you have to wipe your hands and you get the smell and everything else. But I will say that having the pump does actually give it one benefit. Now, I don't condone this at all. Don't take this the wrong way. However, everybody says not to drip and drive. Okay? Realistically, I mean, obviously there are people that do. However, this actually makes that a little bit easier. Instead of having to push down and unscrew the safety cap on an eyedropper bottle and then taking it out and then dripping it in and, you know, trying to do all that while you're driving, having the pump, and I'll go ahead and just do a sample thing, but if you, depending on how or what top you're using, if you're using, you know, your RDA and everything else like that, obviously if you're using a tank, it's not going to really work as well. But using this, basically all you do literally is just squeeze, and you just basically did it without having to drop and everything else like that. On a full pump, I've been doing basically a pump at a time, and I'm getting probably, you know, 6 to 8 good vapes out of that. So just depending on how much you use at one time, I mean, you pretty much you don't want to flood your tank or your Addy, you know, but everybody has a different amount that they use. Definitely a very nice cloud production, as you can tell. You know, it definitely gives you your clouds. Flavor-wise, they are. I don't want to say they're subtle, because you definitely do taste them, but they're not going to be a slam in your face. But I think what they're actually going for as a company is that they're trying to go for that smooth, that comfortable, all-day vape style, so they don't want to make the flavor too much, because obviously you don't want to nick yourself out, and you don't want to flavor yourself out. You don't want to overdo it too quickly. You want to be able to basically have this vape and be able to feel like you can use this all day, and not get to a point where you're like, oh my god, I have too much of this, I need to switch to something else. Most of the flavor menu is actually pretty decent. Like, real quick, the Dragon's Blood is it's a combination of cinnamon rolls topped with a rich creamy vanilla ice cream. That is, oh, Dragon's Cloud. Oh yeah, that's right, that was the other thing. It says Dragon's Blood here. They must have done a last minute change on their thing, because now it says Dragon's Cloud. Now, as I've stated before, I'm not a huge cinnamon person, but this one is the one that I've actually vaped on the most. It's not a strong cinnamon. I mean, really, you get the beginning of it's the cinnamon roll, but then the vanilla ice cream, you get that taste of it melting on it, so that you get that warm ice cream, like the milky creaminess to it. I don't want to say really milk, but the creaminess once ice cream gets soft on something, definitely there. Definitely very enjoyable. This, literally, I've like vaped on, you know, tremendously. The Phoenix Blood, again, is a cinnamon sugar cookie filled with vanilla custard and topped with a strawberry cream. And that's the red one here. Now, the only thing I did not like about this one is I didn't really taste the strawberry. I am a big fan of the strawberry flavor, as you all know from the strawberry cheesecake. But this one here, you definitely get the little hint of the cinnamon. I won't say that you can definitely tell that it's supposed to be a cinnamon cookie, but you definitely get the little beginning of the cinnamon, and then you get more of the creaminess with the custard. If you've ever vaped a custard flavor, it's kind of like a thick, heavy cream to it. That's definitely here. Like I said, it just, the strawberry aspect of it was a little on the hard to taste side. So that was the only issue that I had with that one. Tiger's Blood, this one I like just because they made it a white tiger and it really pops on the label, especially with the orange behind it. Again, you know, the packaging on this is just amazing. The Tiger's Blood is peach milk tea. Now, I don't really know what that's supposed to actually taste like. You definitely get the peach, and the aftertaste on the exhale is more of a tea flavor. If you've ever gone to a restaurant and the little pots of tea that they serve at the table, the ending taste of it after you have a good swallow of it, you definitely get that on this exhale. It's not the hot or warm, but you get that tea taste with the peach. You do get a little bit of a cream to it, so I'm assuming that's the milk part as far as you add it in. But I will say that this actually did taste close to what they state that it did. Again, not overbearing, but it was a very nice subtle one. Now, this is a tortoise blood, and that's supposed to be a giant turtle fighting a giant snake. This one is a blue raspberry and green apple blended with a sweet sherbet. I kind of got confused with the sweet sherbet because in my mind, whenever I've had sherbet, it was always supposed to have a distinctive flavor. So I don't know if it was supposed to be a sherbet combined of those two flavors. I didn't get, myself, I did not get a strong blue raspberry. I definitely got the green apple. When you look at it, you can definitely see the green in this. So the green apple fits. It had a very good green apple kick. It wasn't too tart. It wasn't like sour. It wasn't like biting a Granny Smith apple. But you definitely get that crisp bite to it. The blue raspberry, yeah, I mean, you can definitely tell that there's something else there. Excuse me, I apologize. But if you were to close your eyes and try this, I don't know that blue raspberry would be the first thing that popped into your head. I'm pretty sure most people would get the green apple aspect of it, but again, the blue raspberry was just a little hard to pull out of that. But again, you know, nowadays with everybody trying to do a unique flavor, a unique mix, trying to come up with something different, you know, not to copy 19 versions of one particular flavor that everybody's trying to find, you know, a latch onto to make theirs. It is harder to come up with unique combinations and flavors. So, you know, as far as I may not have been able to pick specific parts out of each flavor, I cannot say that this was not an enjoyable line to vape. I definitely, like, you know, they basically state that they're wanting to get across a more comfortable, relaxing feeling that you get when you vape these, and you do actually feel that way. You know, if you're sitting down and you're relaxing, or just watching a movie, TV, listening to the radio, even reading a book or something, you know, you vape on this, and it's a comfortable vape. You know, it's something that you would definitely, it's like an after dinner treat. You know, you can definitely just kind of relax and vape on it, and it's not too strong, it's not too subtle, it's not there, but it's not a kick you in the face and here I am type thing. It definitely is a good choice if you want something that isn't an abundant of flavor, because this is meant to be a more smoother, spend the day enjoying it. By the time you're done, you're going to get the fullness of that flavor throughout your taste buds. If you vape on them, you know, a couple of hits here and there, you may not get as much of an enjoyment out of it, because these are ones that have a little more, they need a little bit more time to build up to where you can fully enjoy them. And I kind of like that about them. You know, it makes you want to vape it more, so that you're more apt to pay attention to what you're vaping, so that you feel like there's something there and you want to try to figure out what it is, or you want to try to grasp onto that flavor. Like I said, they are based in San Jose, California. They do follow all their health guidelines and everything else. They do have, you know, their air filters and their I apologize, I forgot the name of what the tables are called, but it's those stainless steel tables that literally are designed so that they don't have any crevices or anything in them to collect particles and foreign material that could possibly get into the ingredients. It's basically what a lot of food services use, because it's literally one just clean, straight piece of stainless steel. There isn't any ridges, there isn't any rough anything to it, you know, so it's a lot easier to maintain and keep clean, on top of all the air filters that they use and the air system. They definitely do take this very, very seriously, as do a lot of companies nowadays. You know, everybody is on point, more so than maybe in the beginning when people were just starting, trying to follow all these specific guidelines, trying to think ahead of, okay, well, if I was going to look at this and say, this is what I would consider to be wrong, you know, what can I do to fix that? Nowadays, you know, especially with pretty much the bulk of the companies that have blessed me with the opportunity to do this, they all are following as much of the safety guidelines, health codes, and everything else that they can, to ensure that, you know, we as a vaping public are definitely getting as top quality a product as possible. And that impresses me, and that makes me glad, again, to be part of a vaping community that, you know, people look out for. So yes, you know, these bottles, they do charge, I believe it's $12 a bottle, and it's $40 for the whole set if you want to get it, which is not a bad deal, actually. You save, I think, like $8 or $9. But the fact that, you know, everybody is trying to look out for each other and to say, you know, this is what we believe in, we fully support this, we want to make sure that you're not getting a junky line of juice. We want to make sure that you're getting the best of what we can offer. That's a cool thing. But again, you know, Shijin Vapors, definitely a good choice if you want to do an all-day vape. You know, if you're looking for something that is just a singular, you know, in your face, I just want a flavor blast and I just want to enjoy it for a few minutes, you know, most people probably won't hit this. But if you're looking for something that, you know, you're not wanting a swift kick in the mouth, but you want something that is going to be comfortable, is going to be, you know, subtle, it's going to be enjoyable to where it just, you can just flow with it, so to speak. Nice cloud production. This is definitely going to be a good choice for you. Definitely comfortable, and definitely flavor-wise. If they made bigger bottles of these things, I could definitely vape on this thing for a while. Again, my utmost gratitude. Shijin Vapors, thank you very much for this opportunity. Guys, I'm Chris with Token Vaping. Please, anything that you want to see reviewed, devices, juices, anything. Even if you want to know what a piece of apparel looks like and you want to know what it looks like on a person, I definitely would be willing to rock it for you. tokenvaping@gmail.com, instagram.com/tokenvaping/, facebook.com/tokenvaping. You know, definitely hit me up for some likes, some follows, comments, constructive criticism. I'm definitely open to anything. You know, as a vaping community, we all need to stay together, pull together, and definitely make sure that we can definitely support each other through the tough times that are coming through with the government and just anything and everything. You know, we need to show that we are a strong, united group, and you know, it definitely is worth this. So until next time, I'm Chris with Token Vaping, Shijin Vapors. Definitely check them out. Vape on, vape strong.